You're listening to today's inspirational message on the Proverbs with Bjorklund.
Money is a big deal in life. Having it makes life easier. Not having it makes life harder. And Proverbs presents a pretty nuanced view to money. Commentator Bruce Waltke, in his huge commentary on Proverbs, notes that strikingly, in Proverbs, half of the time that it talks about wealth, we're told to prize it. And the other half of the times that the word is used, we're told not to trust it. Tim Keller, in his commentary, or devotional, not commentary, on this says, this is a remarkable nuanced balance, and it expresses the essence of wisdom's approach to money. And then he says this, the great problem is that money can lead the wealthy to see it as their security, their fortified city, rather than looking to the Lord. In Proverbs chapter 10, where we're told that righteousness leads to good things, basically, in life. Again, nuance, listen to day 1 of Proverbs 10. We're also told this, and that is that treasures gained by wickedness do not profit, but righteousness delivers us from death. Verse 3, the Lord does not let the righteous go hungry, but he thwarts the cravings of the wicked. A slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. He who gathers in summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps in harvest is a son to he who brings, or to a son who brings shame. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but the mouth of the wicked conceal violence. And then verse 15, a rich man's wealth is a strong city. The poverty of the poor is their ruin. The wage of the righteous leads to life. The gain of the wicked is sin. And on. You see this picture. And what so often happens in Christian circles is either people see money as a reward for good living. So if I have faith and I do right, then God will bless me materially. Or people can romanticize poverty as if somehow poverty in and of itself is a good choice in life. But here what we see is work hard, don't trust your wealth, and keep your head down when it comes to money, and God will generally work in it. And then there's this nuance, verse 26, which seems almost out of place. It says this, like vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes is a sluggard to those who send him. And what I think this is really pointing to is not just the exhortation about our money and how to handle it, but who to trust with our resources. And what this is basically saying is that we'll all have to rely on other people in life for many things. In fact, it's true that you and I won't succeed at much without having reliable people around us. And choosing who to trust is an important element of your success. And this is true with our money. This is true with our jobs. This is true with just life. And Proverbs warns us not to trust people that it designates as a sluggard. Now, a sluggard in Proverbs is more than one who avoids hard work. Certainly, Proverbs tells us to avoid being a sluggard. But it also says don't trust, because what it's saying here when it says it's like vinegar to the teeth and smoke in the eyes is it's saying that basically when you put trust in people, that it is something you will regret. It will be a constant source of frustration and eventually pain, because you'll have to work harder and harder to compensate for what that person refused to do. And that's the picture that Proverbs gives us here. And so righteousness that's rewarded is both a personal choice in terms of how we view and handle money, but it is also who we trust with what's important to us. Because a sluggard is, in essence, somebody who is often lazy, although that's not the only in kind of idea here. But it's somebody who isn't willing to take responsibility, or it's somebody who wants authority without responsibility. They feel entitled to a role that they haven't yet worked for, and they don't want to have to prove themselves first. Sometimes it's a person who might lack discipline, motivation, or organization. And certainly in Proverbs, this is a person who uses excuses to justify the path of least resistance. We see this in Proverbs 26:13. And they're often convinced that they're smarter than those who work within a system. And so sending someone on a mission who has little will for it will ultimately be irritating to the person who trusts that person. So righteousness and good choices that have good results, which is kind of the emphasis of Proverbs 10, is choosing to see money well and to trust people who are reliable with the things that matter to us in this life.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.